Okay. So continuing our, weekend current affairs sessions. So there was a initiation by the central government in the name of Namaste. What it deal with Namaste? So in Telugu region, Namaste means wishing the elders. Of course, nowadays many people forgot that because they never wish the elders. Okay, but generally we used to wish our teachers or elders, known persons. Okay, now very hardly you may say hi, that too with great difficulty. Yeah, Swati garu, manual scavenging being mechanized. See, actually, everybody should enjoy the human rights, and he or she should lead a dignified life. Okay. See, manual scavenging is inhuman. Okay. So this question even you may encounter in the mains also. Steps taken by the governments to uplift the scavenging community or the people who are involved in the manual scavenging. So here not only manual scavenging, the total process they want to mechanize if possible. Why? You can see time and again in Hyderabad, many people, many workers, sanitary workers face death while they are in their work cleaning the sewers, etc. Because of suffocation, they are subjected to death. Instead, we may involve in the machines such that the fatalities or casualties can be minimized. There is no doubt in it because everywhere we are using the technology, five-star air conditioners, five-star mixes, and LEDs, earlier LCDs. Now, of course, TV lost its importance as all importance is taken by your cell phone. Okay, yeah. So it's aimed not only to minimize the manual scavenging but to mechanize the sanitary work system and also to initiate a entrepreneurship in that system. Means few people will come together like self-help groups. Okay, and for that group even government will extend the financial help to purchase machines, etc. So it is a good idea of government because see, of course, work, see, we cannot escape from that work. Instead of doing in inhuman manner, better we will go for human work. See, take the example of hospitals. Sisters will serve the patient. It is their duty. Okay, it is like worshipping a god. There is no doubt in it. Helping others. But nowadays we are having, highly mechanization in every sphere, starting from our kitchen to office, even the vehicles on which we are, transporting or we are traveling. So this is a good idea. Even government wanted to extend all social benefits, including the uh, Prime Minister's Ayushman Yojana and also other social security benefits, even to their family members also, not only the persons involved in that work, even to the family members. And again, government is also asking them if you are interested in other mode of occupation, you can switch over to that other mode of occupation. Okay, yeah. So very easy to remember as far as the people of Andhra are concerned, Andhra and Telangana, Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. Okay, yes, even in the TVs also you will listen the word Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. So Namaste, sanitary. So you can write even 125 words or 150 words essay also. Okay. So Namaste for safety and dignity of sanitation workers in urban India. Dignity is also very important. Our work should not be inhuman. Safety, yes. If not, of course, just now I told you time and again, you can see in the papers, the newspapers of Hyderabad, sanitary workers facing death while cleaning a manhole because of suffocation, etc. So Namaste, a central sector scheme, is a joint initiative of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment and the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So UPSC people, they have to have comment on this also. This Namaste program is under the aegis of which central ministries? So every point is important for UPSC aspirants because nowadays they are giving n number of statements. Don't know. I mean, coming year for one question, how many statements they will give? It is up to them. Okay. So Namaste scheme aims to enhance the occupational safety of the sanitation workers through capacity building and providing access to safety gear and machines. What is safety gear? Everything will have some sort of safety gear. So, take the example of a painter who is involved in painting of multi-story buildings. He will have a safety gear. By a rope, he will be tied to the roof. If something happens, he will not fall down. Okay? Yes. Now, aims of this scheme, zero fatalities. Just now I told you there are time and again these people are subjected to the death because of suffocation or sudden release of water. So they cannot swim in the drainage pipe automatically. Within 3 or 4 minutes, they will be away from this excellent world. Okay? Yeah. Skilled workers to perform the sanitation work. So even they will have the capacity to use the machines. No direct contact of workers with the fecal matter. Yes, only machines will involve in that. But nowadays, physically they are touching the fecal matter. You can see just by the side of our institute because there are n number of hostels. Time and again, the drainage will get blocked. You know what is the reason? One is our sewage and sillage. So that sewer is designed for a residential complex, the diameter, etc. But now what happened? All are the hostels. Instead of 8 members, nearly 80 members are residing in the same building. Maybe 20, instead of 20, 100 people are staying. And again, these 100 people are throwing their food. See, they will wash their plates or they will not like one curry. They will put and taste it and they will throw. So all will get jammed into the pipe. So as they are involving in the manual, time and again they will be in contact with the fecal matter. You can see on the roads early morning. You can see when I was coming to institution early morning. Sometimes the pants will get, the pant and the lower limbs will get cleaned with that holy water. Understand? So that is, so we are helpless. We are helpless. Uh, okay. I think it is common feature for us. Maybe at least thrice in a week. And that person physically enter into the manhole by putting some sort of iron sticks. Automatically he will be in contact. Nowadays, of course, rarely you can see that vacuum type of machine where they will insert the pipe and release the air. Okay, it is mechanized version, but still it involves some sort of manual work also. So that pipe will not automatically go into the drainage where it is having the choke. So automatically a person has to fix that. Yeah, but still they want to minimize the direct contact of fecal matter. Again, actually the problem in the urban areas is what is happening. Sewage, even our bathroom water and our drainage water is going in a same sewer. That is the problem. See, they have to see that they will be separated, and even other drain for the only rainwater, which are called as storm drains. So three types of drains will put an end to such kind of instances. But if you want to lay the three drains, then so they will have the problem of space, etc. So it is having its own constraints. Okay. Now, all sewer and septic tank sanitation workers have access to alternative livelihood. If they want to leave this profession, yes, they can move to the other profession. So even government is trying to impart the sufficient skills for them to have alternative livelihood, because their children may not be interested in that work. Who knows? Like you people who are not interested to study or come to class in time. Not all, at least major of you. Okay. Yes. Strengthened supervisory and monitoring system at national, state, and ULB, urban local boards. It may be panchayat or corporation or municipality. ensure enforcement and monitoring of safe sanitation work, increased awareness among sanitation services seekers, individuals and institutions to seek services from registered and skilled sanitation workers. Why? As they are skilled, there is a very little chance of any danger or casualty or fatality, like urban clat, etc. But if the pipe is having problem in our premises, then you will call our plumber or somebody. But on the roads, automatically government have to involve this person into the work. Okay. Now, 500 cities converging with AMRUT cities will be taken up under this phase of the scheme. The survey to identify and reach the sewer septic tank workers would be conducted by the city Namaste managers and validated by the concerned ULBs. The scheme will provide the necessary support for collectivism. What is the meaning of collectivism? Like our cooperatives, self-help groups, 10 members will form into a group. They will take the loan and they will purchase the mechanized equipment such that the casualties will decrease and even they will not come into direct contact with the fecal matter. Yes. Skill building and linking with social and financial benefits. Social means like insurance, group insurance. For 10 members, group insurance. For providing a safety net for identified sanitary and sewage workers and their families, they will be covered under the Ayushman Bharat. So, Pradhana Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. The premium for this Pradhana Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana for those identified workers, families who are not covered earlier shall be borne under Namaste. So, not only that workers, including the family members, will be covered under this scheme. So, cashless entry into hospitals may be up to the value of 5 lakhs. Understand? Now, the action plan will promote mechanization and enterprise development. NSK FDC, remember, National Safai Karmachari Financial Development Corporation. It will give loans to the self-help groups to purchase the modern equipment. So, see, now you are having the vacuum cleaners. It is a modern cleaning machine. Earlier only broomstick. Now even 2 automated vacuum cleaner machines, they will go below the sofa and they will themselves clean that. You might have seen, or many people might are using that machine. Okay? Yes. Now, will provide funding support and subsidy, capital plus interest. Subsidy on capital, subsidy on interest. Suppose a person is taking 10 lakhs of loan. So 3 lakhs of principal subsidy. On that interest also again subsidy, two-way subsidy, one in the principal, one in the interest component. To the sanitary workers, self-help groups of sanitary workers and private sanitation service organizations. See, private sanitation service, even there are private sanitation services in the name of housekeeping. You can see the boards displayed on the main areas. You want to clean your bathroom, washroom, etc. Contact. Okay? Yes. Comma related equipment and vehicles under SUY for total mechanization of cleaning operators identified. Oh, okay. So the same thing, that is to help them to attain the mechanization. So what points you have to remember for mechanization, and their family is under social net, and PM Ayushman Bharat is extended to them. Okay, even they are provided with the chance to have skills in the alternative livelihood. If you remember all this point, no issue. You can address the mains question. Okay. So Chintan Shivir is nothing but a meeting. Okay. So a meeting conducted by the Union Labour and Employment Minister, Sri Bhupendra Yadav. So actually they want to reform the ESIC. ESIC. Okay. What is ESIC? Employment Service. What is the full form of ESIC? Gattiga. Employee State Insurance Corporation, if I am not wrong. Employee State Insurance Corporation. Subject to correction if any mistake is in my full form. Okay? Yeah. You know, ESIC will extend health services to the employees, not only government but also private people who got registered with the ESIC. Don't think that it is only for government employees. It is wrong. Any industry can pay a certain amount to the ESIC and get covered their staff with that. That is very important. Don't think it is only for government employees. Okay. Nowadays, what is happening? ESIC is not only involving in the extension of health, but also nowadays they are also maintaining the medical colleges. Since 4 or 5 years, many medical colleges were permitted uh, for these ESICs. Even take the example of ESIC Hyderabad, it is also having the medical college. Even Gulbarga ESIC, it is also having the medical college. So even it is involving in the increase in number of the medical professionals. Okay, as in India, the some number of doctors for people is very less. The ratio of number of doctors for population is very less compared to the advanced countries. But the problem in India is not with the doctors. We are having many unregistered practitioners. So, n number of practitioners in the villages, and you can see in the papers how they are responsible for bad things also. They are also responsible for good things also. They will extend the first aid service, which is needed. Okay, yes, it is not about subject. Leave it now. Sarah, through a series of pro-worker initiatives, and ESIC is committed to serving the poor in a big way. He urged ESIC to focus on fulfilling the Prime Minister's vision of Swasthya Samruddhi. Yes. Prosperity through health. If you are having bad health, you cannot come to the class. That is what happening with many of our students. Even MBBS doctors are becoming the patients nowadays, who are our beloved students. Okay, that is the problem. Swasthya is Samriddhi, because if you are not healthy, you cannot give attention to your studies. Okay, yeah. By bridging the gap between policy and execution, bridging the gap between the policy and execution. What is happening? Government will make excellent policies, but they will not execute. Swachh Bharat, photos, etc. Second day, nobody is there to clean the water bottles which they have thrown on the occasion of initiation of the Swachh Bharat in that area. Understand? And Haritaharam, Telangana ko Haritaharam. What happened? First day, with pomp and show, they will plant the trees. Second day, nobody is there to put water. Automatically, after 5 days, you cannot see that plant. It is common thing. So, you will make policy, but you will not execute. Okay? Yes. Working towards the collective goal of welfare of the poor and through capacity building. What is the meaning of capacity building? Means the hospital should serve more and more people. That is the meaning of capacity building. That too in all spheres, starting from small, lab to advanced machines like MRI, CRT, etc. Even beyond that also nowadays, even you are having machines beyond them also. Goal of welfare of the poor and through capacity building at individual and institutional levels. The topics of discussion. Okay, expansion of PSI coverage. Just now I told you, it is not only for government, even private persons can also get enrolled by paying the stipulated amount. And of course, they are rendering good service. There is no doubt in it. But the problem is with the shortage of staff. Okay. And the second thing is with the problem with the medicines. Because as politics are involved in the procurement of that medicines, they may procure the inferior quality of medicines, which that is common. You can see in the papers. You can see the scam of 400 crores, nearly 400 crores of scam in ESI of Hyderabad. Okay, or some. I think if I am not wrong, Gandhi Hospital or something. So they have procured all the inferior medicines. Okay, yeah, of course. So now corruption among administration is common. Even Kautilya said that. We cannot stop corruption among administration. This is like fish in the sea or ocean drinking water. Even morning also, sir uttered the same words. Like it is, how it is difficult to count the stars in the sky. You cannot curtail the corruption. Okay? Yes. Now, expansion of medical education. Just now I told you, ESIC we are given permission to initiate many medical colleges. They are running in a fair manner. So all these are the capacity building steps. Okay. ESIC provides medical benefits and social security benefits to All, that is job holders in private and government sector. That is the meaning of that meeting. Now, Yamuna par Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. See, Yamuna is the tributary of which river? Madam Vidyagaru. Yamuna is the tributary of which river? Yamuna is the tributary of which river? Online students? It is a tributary of Ganga and Yamuna. See, Yamuna is the tributary of Ganga, whether it is largest or longest. Largest or longest? Largest, longest. Somebody is saying largest and longest. I don't know how. Online students, whether Yamuna is longest or largest? Yamuna is largest or longest tributary of river Ganga? See, check it once again. Yamuna is the longest tributary of river Ganga. We have discussed in our routine classes. And which is the largest? So, Brahmaputra, they are saying Brahmaputra. This Brahmaputra is Brahmaputra tributary of Ganga? I am talking about the tributary of Ganga, which is largest. Largest means in terms of volume of water. Longest means in terms of length. Anybody? Largest tributary of Ganga. Edi? Gaggara? It is Gagra, not Gaggar. Gagra, 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 Gagra. You remember dress? Gagra is a dress worn by the girls, you know. Gagra. Okay? Yes. Gagra and not Gaggar. Okay? Yes. No issue. See, you are having the Namami Gange project. Namami Gange project is to clean the river Ganga and its tributary. Automatically, as Yamuna is its tributary, even they are planning. And you know, Delhi is on the bank of river. I mean Yamuna. So automatically, so they want to see that this river flows in a fair manner. Okay. So now, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is an initiative of the government of India that you know. There is no need to waste the time. Union Minister for Jal Shakti, Sri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, presided over the event Yamuna par Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in Delhi, organized by the National Mission for Clean Ganga, that is Namami Gange project, no doubt in it. Department of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Regulation, Ministry of Jal Shakti. The event marked the launch of many new initiatives under the Earth Ganga concept. So actually, Earth Ganga concept is a concept initiated by Narendra Modi government in 2019. What is the meaning of Earth Ganga project? What is the aim of Earth Ganga project? Earth means economy. So, to generate economy through the river Ganga by encouraging tourism, using that water for agriculture, zero-based natural farming. Again, by recycling the bad water of Ganga and selling it to the industries and gardens, etc. By that, by which urban local bodies can have their revenues, can generate their revenues. Okay, all are included in the Earth Ganga. Earth Ganga means to harness the river Ganga in a economic manner to generate the economy. The event marked the launch of many new initiatives under the Earth Ganga concept put forward by PM Modi to get the river and people connected through the economic bridge to ensure sustainability to the activities under Namami Gange, the flagship program of the government to clean Ganga and its tributaries. Namami Gange is not only Ganga but also its tributaries. Okay. Earth Ganga initiatives include the virtual launch of Jalaj initiative of 26 locations in Ganga Basin main stem states, Uttarakhand. See, these are the states from where Ganga and its tributaries are flowing. Yes. Now, about Earth Ganga. The Earth Ganga concept was taken up by the Prime Minister during the first National Ganga Council meeting in 2019 in Kanpur for sustainable river rejuvenation, means re-energizing the river. The central idea of Earth Ganga is linking people and Ganga through the bridge of economics in line with the slogan of banking on river Ganga. Banking means harnessing the economic prosperity of Ganga. Under Earth Ganga, 6 verticals are being worked upon. Zero budget national farming that includes chemical free farming for 10 kilometers on either side of the river. See, Ganga has been polluted. So that pollution is so enormous that even it is not suitable to use for the watering the crops. Why? If you water the crops by using non-neutral water, then the plants cannot sustain, because most of the plants need the neutral pH, that is 7. So I told you earlier class, by using a local mechanism, many villages are cleaning this water and using for irrigation. What is the name of that concept which we have discussed in the earlier classes? By using that concept, we are cleaning the Ganga, at least to use for the farming community, or that is to irrigate the land. That is the, what is the name of that concept? Yes, Sichwal. 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 It is a village. Okay, no issue. Now, reuse of treated water for irrigation, industrial purpose, and revenue generation for urban local bodies. Means urban local bodies will sell this water to the needy persons. Now, livelihood generation opportunities, promotion of local products, Ayurveda, by growing the plants. So this the medicinal plants is a syllabus for the mains examination, even for TSP people also. Medicinal plants. Okay, medicinal plants, capacity building of volunteers like Ganga Praharis. Ganga Praharis are the volunteers whose aim is to involve in the activities of rejuvenating the river Ganga. They are volunteers. Of course, they are selected and trained. You will try to remember Ganga Praharis. Public participation to ensure increased synergies between stakeholders, means community program. Synergies means to utilize more and more. Optimal utilization. Optimal utilization of the resources. Yeah. Cultural heritage and tourism that looks to introduce boat tourism through community jetties. Small ships are called as jetties. And promotion of yoga, adventure tourism. Adventure tourism, like pushing somebody into the water with the help of rope or some small boats. They are all adventure tourism. Sometimes even they may result in bad conditions also. Maybe long back 4 or 5 years ago, one person faced death in the giant wheel, and also one person faced death in that, what do you say, skydiving or something like that. Okay, no issue. Yes. Institution building by enhancing the local capacities for better decentralized water government, means at panchayat level also they can plan and use that water. That is the meaning of decentralization. Yes. So you try to remember the Arthi Ganga project. So whenever you are writing the mains, who knows, even they may be asked in the prelims also. Yeah. Now, Bal Aadhar initiative. See, I think everybody is having the Aadhar. In India, all all majors are having the, Aadhar study. Now, they want to initiate Aadhar for the people between the 0 to 5 years by taking the biometric of his parents, because a relative name is needed. Okay, it is the meaning of the Bal Aadhar. UIDAS Bal Aadhar initiative. More than 79 lakh children in the 0 to 5 age group have been enrolled under the UIDAI's Bal Aadhar initiative during the first 4 months of the current financial year. States like Himachal Pradesh and Haryana have covered more than 70% of the targeted age group. So it is very important. See, we can extend the benefits, social service schemes, also all social welfare schemes like Anganwadi, or even their enrollment in the schools, etc. Even vaccination is very important. So, vaccination data can be stored. Okay. Yes, states like Himachal Pradesh and Haryana have covered more than 70% of the targeted age group. Aadhar saturation among adults is almost 100%. Means every Indian is having the Aadhar card. Of course, not only Indian, even Rohingyas, the people who are migrating from Bangladesh to India are also having the Aadhaar cards. Of course, it is revealed in the papers, because I will not say I'm not the right person to, assess the originality of Aadhaar. But time and again, we can see that yes, they got original cards, original Aadhaar cards in India. Migrants will get first Aadhaar card, then the native places. You can see all the time in the papers. So recently, a issue happened in UP, okay, where the people got the Aadhaar very easily, and even in Hyderabad also. Time and again, it is a common picture nowadays in India. Okay, yes. Aadhaar saturation among adults is almost 100 over. It acts as catalyst for both ease of living and ease of doing business. Bal Aadhaar acts as a facilitator in availing several welfare benefits and acts as a digital photo identity for children right from birth, including vaccination. You can record the vaccination. It is very important. Many people don't know when to involve in the vaccination, when to put that dose. So if you are registered, then automatically for that Aadhaar, phone number, you will get the SMS. Your ward, you should come to the hospital to take the third dose of polio or smallpox or chickenpox or any other pox. Okay, okay. The facial image of the child is taken for enrollment. Biometric authentication of the parent, guardian, and a proof of relationship document. So preferably a birth certificate are collected at the time of enrollment, because a relation is needed. But because that for small child you cannot take the biometric, even the thumb impression of the child will also change in course of time as we grow. Okay, yes. Bal Aadhaar is issued in blue color. That is very important. Our Aadhaar is issued in white color with excellent photo. Okay. Yes. Bal Aadhaar is issued in blue color, differentiating it from normal Aadhaar. On attaining the age of 5, a child is required to furnish his or biometrics at an Aadhaar Seva Kendra to complete a process called mandatory biometric update. So it seems that after 5 years, his or her biometric will be static without any change. It may be true. Doctors know that. Yeah. Now, of course, sir also told about this concept in the early morning class, Ramsar sites, and even he also discussed that more number of Ramsar sites are in Tamil Nadu. Okay. Now the number of Ramsar sites in India are, I think, 75 by inclusion of these 11. Okay. Yeah, that is okay. Just I want to cover some sort of geographical points. Geographical points. And even sir told about what is Ramsar. It is to conserve the wetlands. And even the last class we have discussed what is the importance of wetlands. They will act as a carbon sink. We have discussed everything in the last class. You people can watch that old videos also. Okay. Now, so you remember the new sites included in the Ramsar list can be divided into 4 sites in Tamil Nadu. Again, more sites from Tamil Nadu have been included in the list. Okay. And 3 in Odisha, 2 in Jammu Kashmir, and 1 each in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. Okay. The Ramsar designation of these sites will help in the conservation and management of wetlands and wise use of their resources. We have discussed why you have to maintain the resources. Even they will act as a god against the tsunamis. We have discussed in the last classes. Okay. Now, actually, Ramsar is a convention. So, Ramsar city is in which country? Online student. Of course, offline student, few of the offline students have answered. Ramsar is in which country? Yes, Bhagavati. Iran. Okay? Iran. Okay. Now, the Ramsar designation of these sites will help in the conservation and management of wetlands and wise use of their resources. Wise use of their resources. Okay? You have to use in a proper manner without depleting the originals. A total of 28 sites have been declared as Ramsar sites in 2022. Only in 1 year, nearly 28 sites. Of course, not even 1 year, maybe only 7 or 8 months. Based on the date of designation mentioned on the Ramsar certificate, the number is 19 for the year 2022 and 14 for the year 2021. So, which 11 sites? Actually, this year in the coming examination, directly or indirectly, you may get 1 question or 2 questions from these things. And also for mains, also definitely TSPSC or APPSC or UPSC, you will get 1 question from this wetlands, because 11 sites have been included. Automatically, you may expect a question. Okay? Yeah. It is a freshwater lake in Odisha. Okay, you are having lakes, various types of lakes. Freshwater lake, saltwater lakes. Okay? And saltwater lakes are of two types, formed by ocean or sea water, and even there are also inland saltwater lakes. We have discussed inland saltwater lakes in the Rajasthan, like Sambar, Kachmau, Salgor, Picholi. Okay, they are saltwater lakes in the inland. They are found because of the stones, sorry, some sort of rock strata or some sort of geology. And you know, Sambar Lake is manufacturing almost all 10% of India's salt requirement or salt production. And even in the last class, in your routine classes, sir also told about how why the Sambar Lake is not giving the more salt. What are the reasons for the what are the reasons for decline of salt production in Sambar Lake? So last classes in the ecology classes, sir has discussed that. And but you people don't know whether ecology classes are over or not. They are over. SND classes, they are over. And I asked you people only to watch the biological sciences videos. That's all. Everything. So they are over. Okay? Okay, no issue. So lakes support 46 species of fishes, 16 species of birds, etc. So of course you cannot remember these species. Okay? Then Hirakud Reservoir. So Hirakud is on the bank of which river? Madam Vidya garu. Hirakud is on the bank of which river? I am class. She will not come to classes from tomorrow because I am continuously asking her questions. Okay. I think for most of you, geography is completed. For new students, yet to be completed. So Hirakud is on Mahanadi. Okay. One of the longest dams. Understand? It is an earthen dam. Only with the help of mud, the dam is constructed. So that question may appear. What is meant by earthen? Only with the mud. Upstream and downstream, they will give the impervious coating. That's all. And all other things, gates, etc., are fixed to a wall or any small concrete structures. So earthen dam. Okay. So earthen dam. What is earthen dam? It is constructed by using only mud. That's all. They will put the mud. Okay. And impervious coating this side and this side. This side is the dam side. Dam side. Dam side or upstream side. This is the downstream side. Downstream side also they will give the coating or they will at least grow the grass and trees. Why? Even if heavy rainfall comes, this mud should not be carried to some other place. If this mud goes on carried to some other place, automatically the weight of this dam will decrease. Actually, it will impound the water by its gravity only. Automatically, the dam will get damaged, breach, and all the villages at the downstream, they will be subjected to the inundation. So they will take the necessary precautions. Because in the olden days, there were no transport and communication facilities. So what they used to do, they used to construct the dam with the locally available material. Mud is available everywhere. Now you are having transportation technology, etc., etc. Now we are going for the reinforced cement concrete dams, and time and again, of course, in India we are having only one or two dams, rubber dams. Like in Andhra Pradesh, you are having one dam at the in Srikakulam area, Janjavati, on the river Janjavati, with the name Janjavati Dam. It is a rubber dam. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, so it is with regard to the earthen dam. Okay. The reservoir has a vast, high diversity of flora and fauna. It is common. Then Ansupa Lake. It is a freshwater lake located in the Cuttack district of Odisha. It is Oxbow Lake. Just I want to cover you the geographical point of view. What is the meaning of Oxbow Lake? Oxbow Lake. So Oxbow Lake is found by the river. Okay. More number of such rivers are found in the Brahmaputra Valley. So the shape will be like the bull's leg. Okay. This is called as the Oxbow Lake. So actually, it is an island. It is island, not Oxbow Lake. Just leave it. Okay. So Oxbow Lake will be in this shape. Okay. So it is one part of meander. You know what is meant by meander? The flow of river in a curved manner. These are called as the meanders. For some or other reasons, this part will get detached. This part will get detached. So this part having water is called as the Oxbow Lake. So it is a part of the earlier meander. How meanders are formed? Meanders are by the rivers. In the Assam Valley, you will find large number of meanders because the Brahmaputra will flow at less velocity. If Brahmaputra is flowing at high velocity, no question of forming of meanders. There even the slope is also gentle. If the slope is gentle, the river will have the less velocity. If the slope is steep, the river will flow at a higher velocity. It is a common sense question. Okay? Yes. Okay. Now, it is an Oxbow Lake sculpted by river Mahanadi and has an area of 231 hectares. So you may get Ansupa Lake is formed by which river? So river Mahanadi. So definitely you may get questions in this manner because they will not ask the direct questions. Yeah. Now, Yashwant Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. It is an important birds area in Indore. Okay, it is used as a commercial scale for fish culture. So no geography is involved in this. And Chitrangudi Bird Sanctuary, Tamil Nadu. It is in the Ramanathapuram district of Tamil Nadu. It is declared protected area since 1989 and a bird sanctuary is present there. And Suchindram Therur Wetland Complex, again Tamil Nadu. No geography is involved. Means the thing which needs explanation. And Vaduvar Bird Sanctuary, Tamil Nadu. It is a man-made irrigation tank. Yeah, what is man-made irrigation tank? So Indians are pioneers in digging the tanks from time immemorial. Like take the example of Chandragupta Maurya. He is created with the digging of the Sudarshana lake. So this lake water is used for the irrigation. That point you have to remember. It is a man-made irrigation tank and shelter for migratory birds. Now, Kanjirankulam Bird Sanctuary, Tamil Nadu. It is a protected area in the vicinity of Mudukulathur. See, more bird sanctuaries are in this list from Tamil Nadu. So no geography is involved in this. Then Thane Creek, Maharashtra. What is meant by creek? What is meant by creek? It is a narrow opening in the coastal area. Suppose it is a coast. So we will have a narrow opening that is called as the creek. Creek. C-R-E-E-K. And even they are ideal sites for the harnessing of the tidal energy. We have discussed in our routine classes tidal energy. To use the tides to generate the power. Yes. Now, Ullas River is the largest source of fresh water for the creek. So you try to remember Thane and Ullas. Haigam Wetland Conservation Reservoir, Jammu and Kashmir. It falls under the river Jhelum Basin. Okay. Yeah. Yes. It falls under the river Jhelum Basin and is situated in the Baramulla district. It is categorized as an important bird area due to the high rate of siltation. Haigam wetland lost its wetland characteristics. Yes. Now, see, actually, you know what is meant by siltation? How siltation will impact the wetlands? See, you know what is siltation? It is a deposition of fine particles. Okay. Automatically, when fine particles deposit, the porosity will decline. The porosity will decline. You know, this is the river valley. So what happened? It is filled with the silt. Silt is fine and it is fine. So in course of time, it will become a paste. Automatically, the silt will not allow the water to percolate and spread to the nearby areas. So suppose this is the river. You know what is meant by wetland? We have discussed what is meant by wetland. By the side of river or by the side of any water body, you will have an area where the groundwater table level, where groundwater is at almost on at the our ground level. Just ground level, you will have the groundwater. So this region will be in the dampened or moistened condition. Why? the groundwater level is at the top. It is not at the shallow level. So, or even the water may rise because of the capillarity. It is how wetlands are formed. Now, actually what happened, because of these silt, the permeability of water will decrease. Why? It will become like a paste. It will not allow the water to percolate into the subsurface and spread to the nearby area to create the wetland. So now here the moisture in this area will go on decline. Why? This paste which is formed because of siltation will not allow the water to percolate into subsurface. Okay. So these kind of things you try to understand how the wetlands may get damaged. Okay. Yes. Now, Shalbuk Wetland Conservation Reserve. The reserve is in Srinagar. The majority of the area of the wetland dries up between September and March. Okay, no geography is involved. Now, next is the Goa became the first Harghar Jal certified state. Earlier classes we have discussed one district which was declared as the Harghar Jal district, first district in India. What is the name of the district, online students? What is the district? We have discussed in the earlier classes, current affairs classes. Burhanpur in Madhya Pradesh, if I am not wrong. Okay, we have discussed. Now, Goa becomes the first Harghar Jal certified state. PM says 10 crore rural households provided piped water. We have discussed 135 LPCD. We have discussed everything. Liters per capita per day. Okay? Yes. Goa becomes first Harghar Jal certified state. PM says 10 crore rural households provided piped water. The Centre on Thursday released a list of Harghar Jal certified states to declare that the state of Goa had topped the list with every household there having access to clean water through taps, because it will minimize the waterborne diseases. Earlier, so we were facing a lot of trouble with the waterborne diseases like dysentery, typhoid, etc. Yes. Along with this, the Union Territory of Dadra and Nagar Haveli has become the first Harghar Jal certified Union Territory. According to reports, of course, this is not needed for us. So try to remember Goa and Union Territory, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. According to reports, the people from the state and UT have passed a resolution and have declared their village as Harghar Jal. The ministry said the villages have claimed that all the houses within have access to clean and safe tap water, ensuring that no one is left out. But the thing is, we have to see whether the water is used in judicious manner or not, because on many occasions it is seen that these pipes are not fitted with the tap. Just they will, store the water for their domestic use and let the water to go on roads by by putting the pipe outside their house. It is a common phenomena in my area because no taps are fitted. So, in my personal opinion, you should keep a water meter, and only up to certain limit you have to give the water free of cost. Then only the people will use the water in a judicious manner. Here, one thing, water is precious, and the second thing, you need power to pump the water. So, if you waste that power, again, more harm to the ecology. Why? We get more power in India from the thermal plants, which use the fossil fuels. So it is how it will have the cascading effect. So you should have some sort of water meters or specific time such that the water will not get wasted. The precious water will not get wasted. Yeah. All 2.63 lakh rural households of Goa and 85,156 of Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu have access to potable water through tap connections. Okay, it is with regard to the tap connections. Now, see, unspent 950 crore allocated to Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Reallocated. Earlier they were allocated, but they could not spend. See, what I meant to say is, they are unable to spend the money for the upliftment of weaker sections. It shows how they are concerned, how they are having concern towards the weaker section. 950 crores of money was unspent by various ministries. Once again, they were reallocated by the finance ministry. See, there are many schemes for the depressed classes. And even many schemes are not running in proper way because of lack of funds. So these people are not allocating because of red tapeism or something or political issues. If a state is having the non-BJP government, the BJP may not give the funds so easy. Of course, what I am seeing is in the papers. I don't know what is the reality, but the reality is the 950 crores of money was unspent, and so once again the finance ministry has reallocated. Yeah, as per the reports, the Ministry of Finance has decided to reallocate unspent scheduled caste welfare funds on a development action plan for SCs from 8 ministries to the MOSJE. What is MOSJE? Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. The funds will be used for 4 infrastructure development and income generation scheme for SC welfare. They are Dr. Ambedkar Utsav Dham for construction of community halls in villages covered under Pradhana Mantri Adarsh Gram Yojana. So for Telangana or for AP or for UPSC, you should know the various schemes for vulnerable sections. It is in our syllabus, SC, ST, and even we have discussed in our routine process. Okay, more vulnerable groups, PTVGs, PTVGs. Okay, yes. PM Amrit Jaladhara for providing financial assistance to SC landowners towards development of irrigation facilities. So this money is given for them to develop irrigation facilities. It may be through tube well or or they can draw the water from the nearby canal, etc. Business leaders incentivization and support scheme for providing financial assistance to SC entrepreneurs engaged in service activities under the Stand Up India scheme. What is the see now service activities like cars in Ola, Uber, etc. That is a service activity. Even you can see in Hyderabad many cars plying assisted under T Pride. You can see on the car back bonnet. T Pride. Okay. Yes. PM Young Entrepreneur Scheme. PMS for providing financial assistance to SC entrepreneurs for projects for strengthening logistics in villages, including tractors and commercial vehicles. About DAPSC, it is a conglomeration of what is DAPSC? Yes, Development Action Plan for Scheduled Caste. Try to remember this. Development Action Plan for Scheduled Caste. Yes. About DAPSC, it is a conglomeration of various schemes being run by different ministries for the welfare of scheduled caste, under which a certain percentage of funds are earmarked by the 41 central ministries. Of course, its aim is overall upliftment of the SC Sunday. You try to remember, and you also try to remember that 950 crores of rupees were unspent, and of course, finance ministry has reallocated that money once again. Now, 12 states and 1 union territory, Jammu and Kashmir, debarred from power trading over non-payment of power system operation corporation. So this corporation in its action, which is first in the history of India, has debarred 12 state governments and one union territory in purchasing the powers. Why? They owe lot of debt to the generation companies. You have to remember what is generation company. Now take the example of Telangana. You are having Telangana Transco, Transmission Corporation. You are having Telangana Genco, that is Generation Corporation. So here what is happening? Transmission Corporation will involve in the distribution of power to industries for just domestic requirements, and also for the farm community, and also for the government offices, street lights, etc. So what is happening, as government is not increasing the tariff according to the increase in the generation prices. So automatically these transcos are running in losses. One thing, take the example of Telangana. It is giving free power to the farmers. Free power to the farmers. And even the government hesitate to increase the power tariff because of political reasons. Not only one state, 12 states and 1 union territory. So here what happened, as they are not getting the sufficient money, they are unable to pay to the Genco. So all the Gencos are running in losses. Okay. And even state governments owe a lot of money to this, Gencos. So Telangana is the state which is having the higher debt to the GENCOs. So these states are debarred from participating in the auction to purchase the new power. And even if they will not pay that amount in time, even they will, initiate, penalty on them on month basis. So what I mean to say is, this is a bad condition. So if such kind of things persist, then these, companies will fail to operate, leaving all of us in the darkness. You can see the neighboring Andhra Pradesh state. It is facing a lot of power crisis. Okay, and this Telangana is purchasing more power, but it is unable to pay the debt. It is clear. It is the first state which is having more debt to the generating companies. Okay, I hope you understood what is the inner meaning of this concept. 12 states, Jammu and Kashmir, debarred from power trading over non-payment of Power System Operation Corporation, POSOCO. The national grid operator under the Power Ministry has debarred 12 states. See, actually, the national grid operator. What is the meaning of the grid operator? See, now take the example of Telangana. Telangana is purchasing the power from Chhattisgarh, if I am not wrong. Yes, it is purchasing. Now, this Chhattisgarh power company will first supply the power to this grid, that amount, and that amount the grid will supply to Telangana. Telangana state all the way will not lay the power lines to the up to Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh, that power plant will supply to the grid. Accordingly, the grid will supply the power to the Telangana government. Don't think that every state will lay the lines up to the power generating companies. No, this grid will balance even the power also. Even the power which is generated in the Ramagundam is also supplied to Delhi through grid. See, in course of Saklajanla Samme, even Delhi faced the power shortage. Why? This Ramagundam could not get the coal. I hope everybody understood what is meant by grid. Okay? Yes. Now, the national grid operator under the Power Ministry has debarred 12 states and a union territory from buying, selling electricity at the spot market as a penalty for not clearing their dues to generators, means GENCO, generating companies. It may be private, it may be government. Because after 1991, many private power producers came into existence. They may produce solar power, wind power, or power from the biomass or thermal plants, etc. Among them are power distribution companies, DISCOMs, just now I told you, in Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Karnataka, Bihar, etc., and the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The defaulting DISCOMs cumulatively owe 5,000 crore to GENCOs, the highest being in Telangana with rupees 1380 crore. It is mentioned in the news, and I had taken it from a news article. It is not my views. It is all these are from the news articles and PIB, Press Information Bureau source. So what I mean to say is this sort of debt is not a good idea. Already Telangana government is, Telangana, Andhra and many states are facing this problem, not only Telangana. The main reason is more and more populistic schemes. So even Supreme Court wanted to check that populistic schemes, but how far they will succeed, only time will decide or time will reveal. Yes, this is the first time the grid operator has invoked the electricity late payment surcharge and related matters rules 2022 to penalize DISCOMs by disallowing them to buy electricity from alternative short-term sources. The DISCOMs will be unable to purchase additional power from the spot market, while supply from their long-term agreement with GENCOs will continue. So, no issue from the long term, but for short term, they will suffer. A further delay in clearing the dues beyond 2.5 months of default will attract penalty provisions. Again, you have to pay more amount, interest on interest, penalty on penalty. Now, see now, this is how Telangana 1381, Tamil Nadu 926, Rajasthan 591, Jammu and Kashmir 435, Andhra Pradesh 413. So all the figures are mentioned here. In top, Telangana. Of course, in many parameters, Telangana is in first place. In good parameters, this is a bad parameter. Yes, in many good parameters also, This Telangana is placed in a better position. In our state current affairs, I will try to reveal all that. Niti Aayog's rankings, etc. Okay? Yes. Now, Great Indian Bastards. Okay, why Great Indian Bastards is in news in recent days? Online students. Online students, why? Yes, yes, 2x. Actually, Great Indian Bustard will lay only 1x, but recently it started laying 2x. The reason is because of heavy rainfall and availability of great food. So it is putting 2x and it is a endangered species, which is the state bird of the Rajasthan. Okay? Yeah, chicken. Great Indian Bustards are up to produce 2x clutch. The post is based on the article, yes, Hindu paper and Great Indian Bustard in Rajasthan Desert National Park. Yes, you remember Rajasthan Desert National Park. 40% of this desert is of this park is with the dunes, sand dunes. Have adopted an altogether new habit of laying a clutch of 2 eggs at a time after having a diet with additional proteins during the monsoon season. So, how balanced diet is very important. This will reveal that. So, balanced diet is needed, but not excessive diet. Don't get confused with the balanced diet and excessive diet. Excessive diet will get excessive all items and from in our body. Okay, that is not the need of the hour. A healthy mind is important. Okay, yes. 2x at a time after having a diet. Yes. How did the Great Indian Bustard lay 2x at a time? Okay. Due to this, the number of insects, Desert National Park had good rainfall this year. Due to this, the number of insects and pests had also increased due to moisture and humidity. See, whenever there is more moisture, more humidity, automatically even mosquitoes will also increase. Even they will consume mosquitoes also. But of course, mosquitoes will consume us, and they are consumed by this bastard. Okay. This means there was more food for the Great Indian Bustard. Hence, they were consequently able to lay 2 eggs. Bustards usually lay only 1 egg in a breeding season that lasts from March to October. Now, because of heavy food, they are laying 2 eggs only. Now, it is the need of the hour because the number is less than 200 in India, less than 200. What is Desert National Park? Desert National Park is a national park situated in the Indian state of Rajasthan. This is one of the largest national parks. The park is an excellent example of the ecosystem of the Thar Desert. Sand dunes formed around 44% of the park. We have discussed in the routine classes what is meant by sand dune. Sand dune is a deposition of sand by the wind. Wind will carry the sand from one place to other place. Even we have discussed the shifting sand dunes in Rajasthan desert are called shifting sand dunes in Rajasthan desert are called. Online students, already offline students are active today. Yes, yes, Divya Garu. Darians and shifting sand dunes in Rajasthan desert are called as Darians. Okay, we have discussed in our routine classes. No issue. Now, the Sinkara or Indian gazelle is a common antelope of this region. The Great Indian Bustard is also found here in a relatively fair number. Now, this is the figure. Okay. It is a state bird of Rajasthan and is considered India's most critically endangered bird. It is considered the flagship grassland species representing the health of the grassland ecology. If they are declining means even the grassland ecosystem is subjected to harm. Because of that, they are declining. So suppose if there is no food, what happened to us? We will become lean. Understand? Yeah. Threads. Its population is confined mostly to Rajasthan and Gujarat. Small populations occur in Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. Threats. The bird is under constant threat due to collisions to train or buses or electrocution with power transmission lines. They don't know that there is power in that lines. They will catch. They will get electrocuted. So now they wanted to remove the power line from that region. So you can see many birds even in the Hyderabad also. They will die because of electrocution. Monkeys also. They don't know that there will be power. Okay. So in course of time, everything will be underground. Then we will be the sufferers from that power. Okay. Yes. Electrocution with power transmission lines. Hunting, yes, still prevalent in Pakistan. So how it impacts in India? Because Rajasthan, the birds does not require visa to go to Pakistan. They will fly into Pakistan, have an insect, and they will again come back to India. When they are in Pakistan, they may be subjected to hunting. Who knows? Okay, still prevalent in Pakistan. Habitat loss and alteration as a result of widespread agricultural expansion. So actually, the area of this ecology where the bastard survive is declining because of the secondary activities, maybe for the establishment of industries or even residential houses. You can see the cities are growing like anything. Why? Because of population and also even because of the nucleated families. Earlier they used to stay in one house, three families in one house. Now three families in three different houses. Nucleated families are also responsible for more area for the construction of houses. Okay. Yes. Now International Union for Conservation of Nature, RED, IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature, it has given the red list, that is critically endangered. You have to remember this IUCN. Measures taken to protect the GIB, Species Recovery Program. It is kept under the Species Recovery Program under the Integrated Development of Wildlife Habitats of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. National Bastard Recovery Plans. It is currently being implemented by conservation agencies. Conservation Breeding Facility, MOEF and CC, Rajasthan Government and Wildlife Institute of India have also established a conservation breeding facility in Desert National Park at Jaisalmer in June 2019. The objective of the program is to build up a captive population of Great Indian Bustard. Captive means in a closed circuit. And to realize the chicks in the wild, and to release the chicks in the wild for increasing the population. After captive breeding, they will release the chicks into the wildlife. Because if everything is in the wildlife, then after 10 days, you may not find the bustard. Why? Other animals may prey on this bird. Who knows? The tiger may catch, the lion may catch, or eagle may catch this bird. So certainly, few things should be in our captive, and the remaining we will try to release in the wild. Project Great Indian Bustard. It has been launched by the Rajasthan government with an aim of constructing breeding enclosures for the species and developing infrastructure to reduce human pressure on its habitats. Eco-friendly measures. Task Force for suggesting eco-friendly measures to mitigate impacts of power transmission lines and other power transmission infrastructures on wildlife, including the Great Indian Bustard. Now, so next is the roasting. So roshni means light. What is this? Now they have discovered a light which will work on saline water. We have discussed in our routine classes. In the ocean, by using a concept called as thermocouple, we can generate the power. So high temperature, low temperature, and even high salinity, low salinity. Even when a circuit is formed between two places, high and low salinity, there will be a flow of electrons, which is nothing but the current. Okay, that is the roshni. Union Minister launches India's first saline water LED lamps roshni. Roshni is India's first saline water lantern, which uses seawater as electrolyte between specially designed electrodes to power the LED lamps. Now, very important, because you can write this in the alternative energy resources. Okay, clean energy also. We are not burning any fossil fuels. Developed by National Institute of Ocean Technology. Significant. This is expected to bring ease of living to the poor, needy. Yes. Earlier they used to eat in dark, stay in dark. Now very easy. Particularly the fishing community live along the 7,500 kilometer long coastal line of India. Moreover, this lantern can also be used in hinterlands, not only coast. At the center, it is called as hinterland, where seawater is not available, as any saline water or normal water mixed with common salt can be used to power the lantern, which is not only cost effective but very easy to operate. So yes, this is all about today's current affairs. Meet for this class next week. Thank you. Thank you, my dears.